We travel so much throughout the year. When we're home for a period of time, you try and make the most of and the best of both worlds if you can.
For some, the game of tennis is just a job they do to get paid. But for Ashleigh Barty, tennis has been her life and passion, from childhood to her teenage years and the early part of adulthood. The Australian-born former professional tennis player and cricketer started playing at an early age and has always been on the road for one tournament or the other. The season she turned 17, Barty was only home for 27 days, due to playing across Europe. She started playing at the very young age of 4. At the age of 15, she reached a career-high ranking of number 2 in the world after winning the 2011 Wimbledon girls singles title. During her time, she was ranked number 1 in the world in singles by the WTA and was the second Australian tennis player to be ranked number 1 in the world in singles by the Women's Tennis Association. Barty held the ranking for 121 weeks overall. She was also a top 10 player in doubles, having achieved a career-high ranking of number 5 in the world. However, she retired when the Ovation was still the loudest at the young age of 25, and while she was still the world's number 1 in singles, in 2022 after her historic victory at the Australian Open, making her the first Australian woman to win the competition's top prize after 44 years. She deemed it necessary to quit the stage and focus on experiencing a normal life because she had already fulfilled her life's dream of winning at Wimbledon. She is famously considered simple and private. Today we will be discussing her life of luxury and what she has been up to since her retirement.
So that's my bubble, that's my sanctuary. So being able to work hard and then relax afterwards is the best feeling.
In her younger years, Barty was first known with a Ford Focus, which was just about enough for her errands and goings and comings. Later, she started cruising in a RAV4, which was considerable for her tennis gear. Later, she has also been driving around in a Jaguar F-Pace SUV, which is every inch befitting her superstar status. She also happens to be one of the ambassadors for the luxury car brand Jaguar, so it is no surprise that she is fully repping one of their sleekest products. Following the announcement of her retirement, in one of her first appearances, she rode the car to a grocery store for shopping. She is rumoured to also own a Mercedes-Benz, BMW X5 and an Aston Martin. Barty is a homegirl at heart. Not long ago, the 26-year-old announced that she is building a mansion in Brisbane's West at Brookwater, having bought a vacant block for $882,000. She was very specific about the space allotted to the kitchen, as she is someone that likes to spend time in the kitchen area and the comfort of outer space, especially for her dogs and general use. She reportedly rented out the building next to a required plot of land to fully oversee the construction of her dream house and ensure that it comes out just the way she envisioned it, in a seat-in with the architects that will be handling the project. Furthermore, she was raised around the region and she attributed her reason for wanting to live there to the area's connection to nature, and she could not imagine herself living anywhere else. Also, in 2018, Barty bought a 4-bedroom brick house in the Greater Springfield community where she is an ambassador. The house is not too far from Brisbane and is worth about $650,000, and another home in Augustin Heights, which she acquired in 2016 to the tune of $243,000. During her time as a professional tennis player, many brands and companies favoured her as their ambassador and spokesman because of her humble, approachable and down-to-earth personality. On the sports front, she was an ambassador for Tennis Australia, the Australian Olympic Committee and the Australian Institute of Sport. Also, she was an ambassador for the Greater Springfield community. Barty has several endorsement deals with Fila, a clothing brand for sportswear, which she commonly wore for her games, Vegemite, an Australian food brand, and has appeared in several ads promoting the iconic spread. Also, Jaguar, a luxury car manufacturing company. She rides a Jaguar and has been featured in a number of its promotional campaigns. She was also sponsored by Head, a sports equipment brand, and she used their rackets for her games. She equally worked with Rado, a Swiss luxury watch brand. Her net worth is around the sum of $47 million, totaling her earnings in sport and endorsements. For people like Barty, family is worth more than any material luxury, and she has not failed to recount their support for her life's choices and how dearly she regards them. Unlike some people, she was never forced or coerced by her parents to take up the game of tennis, but can remember how from a tender age she will always hit the walls of their home with a ball. She comes from a close-knit family and has spoken about the important role her parents and siblings have played in her life and career. Her father, Robert, was a professional golfer, and her mother, Josie, worked as a radiographer. Barty has 2 older sisters, Ali and Sarah, who are also involved in sports, but predominantly in cricket. She has equally emphasized how much she adores her siblings and does not hesitate to shower them with presents at any opportunity she gets. She has also been in a relationship with Australian professional golfer Gary Kissick since 2017 and announced their engagement in November 2021. She got married to Gary Kissick on 23rd of July 2022, and in January 2023, she announced that she is expecting her first child. She, however, has been private about her personal life and has not shared many details about her relationship in public. However, she has mentioned in interviews that her partner is a key source of support and encouragement for her in her personal life and during her career. Barty is known for her philanthropic efforts and has been involved with various charitable organizations over the years. She has used her platform as a successful athlete to raise awareness and support for a range of causes, particularly those related to children's health and education. One of the organizations she has supported is the RSPCA, a charity that works to prevent cruelty to animals and improve animal welfare. She has also been associated with the Starlight Children's Foundation, a charity that works to brighten the lives of seriously ill children and their families. She has also been actively involved in supporting Indigenous communities in Australia. In 2021, she announced the launch of the Ashleigh Barty Foundation, which aims to provide opportunities and support for young Indigenous girls through education and sports programs. She has stated that she hopes to use the foundation to make a positive impact in her home state of Queensland and across Australia. In addition to her work with specific organisations, the superstar has also donated prize money and auction items to various charitable causes. For example, in 2020, she donated her entire winnings from a charity exhibition match to the Australian bushfire relief efforts. The professional tennis player has a significant social media presence, with accounts on popular platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. She uses her social media accounts to connect with her fans and share life updates since they can no longer see her on the court. She also uses her social media to promote her charitable causes and initiatives. On Instagram, she is verified with about 531,000 followers and regularly posts photos and videos from her life. She has also used the platform to showcase her fashion sense, promote bands, and equally promote her autobiography titled My Dream Time. Barty is also active on Twitter, where she has several followers also. She uses the platform to engage with fans, share news and updates, and share her thoughts on various issues. Additionally, she has a Facebook page where she shares updates on her promotional tennis events in her home country and connects with people. She also uses the platform to share personal stories and experiences and to interact with fans. So far, Barty has been enjoying time off the court and has described it as a comfortable life that she is settling into. She has mentioned that she enjoys playing golf, fishing, and watching Australian football. She has also been known to spend time with her family and friends and has mentioned in interviews that she values the support and guidance of her loved ones. Her exact preferences for holiday locations are not known, but there is no doubt that she spends time in places that adore nature, as she is a lover of the natural environment. Further, she has previously mentioned that she enjoys traveling and experiencing new cultures, but due to the demands of her tennis schedule, she may not have a lot of free time for her vacations. Now, it is only expected that she will take time off to explore new places and cultures in her retirement. Ashleigh Barty happens to also be a recreational golfer and has spent the time since retirement attending golfing events as a spectator. Also, in what she described as closing off a chapter, she released her memoir and a series of children's books.